just get more sleep. This is some of the most useless advice you can give anyone in the Sen community. See, Sen parents, Sen carers and educators too, don't necessarily get to choose how our nights go. If our Sen children are sleeping well, we sleep well. If our Sen children are dysregulated, waking up at weird hours, we're waking up at weird hours and having to sort them out. It's a bit of a lottery, bit of potluck. You don't get to choose what your night's going to go like. You hope for the best, but it doesn't always go in your favor. When it doesn't go in your favor, you start your day off deficit. You start on the back foot. You're already sleep deprived. You're already less well able to manage your own emotions, your temper, etc., etc. When you have a bad night's sleep, it really does weigh on you. It affects quality of life quite severely. And when that happens often, that effect compounds. But there are some things that you can do to improve your quality of sleep. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about a molecule called adenosine. Adenosine is the molecule responsible for driving sleep pressure in your brain. Adenosine builds up for the period of time that you're awake. And the longer you're awake, the more adenosine builds up. And that buildup of adenosine drives sleep pressure. So there's things that you can do to ensure that your adenosine buildup runs naturally, peaks at night when you want it to, and helps you fall into deep sleep quite easily. And two things that are within your control on this is caffeine. Caffeine competes with adenosine in your brain's receptors and blocks the uptake of adenosine. A good way to think about this is it prevents your brain from detecting the adenosine. So don't have caffeine first thing as you wake up in the morning. And the reason for this is when you're waking up, you want that last bit of adenosine to clear out, and then you want it to start building up across the day. If you're having caffeine very first thing in the morning, you block out that adenosine that's left over from your sleep, and then it all rushes back when the caffeine wears off, say 4 to 6 hours later. So that can be part and parcel of that early afternoon crash. So no caffeine very first thing in the morning. Try to give yourself a gap of an hour to 90 minutes before you have any caffeine. Then stop your caffeine in the early afternoon, as early as possible in the afternoon, because you want that adenosine to build up through the rest of the day to build that sleep pressure for when you go to sleep in the evening. You want that. That is a good thing. The other thing that you can do is move. Movement is highly important for allowing adenosine to build up. It improves how adenosine accumulates during the day. So if you're physically active through the day, you're going to build up that sleep pressure nicely and help you fall into deep, restful sleep at night. Hope you found that helpful.